Wong Lorene, we got a good one planned for you today. Got a newcomer in the building, and we're definitely going to set it right off. Be back in 30 seconds. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Wong Lorene, and as promised, we have a dynamic show for you tonight. Got my sidekick in the building. That's right. What's up, Miss Nikki?
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Hey, I'm trying to find out from you.
Hey,
You're the busy bee around here.
man, it can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, we got a great show planned for you tonight. We're going to be introducing you to a newcomer on the Vegas scene. These R&B queens are hey, I got a plan. Let's put it that way. So I
Okay.
want to get as much R&B queens on the scene as I can. So we always like to start with a prayer, and we just want to thank God for bringing us through another week, oh Lord. Just thank you for the blessings that you've rained down on us.
Yes.
Thank you for the trail. He had an excellent weekend. He's been smiling all weekend, and we like for you to make us smile. We thank you, Lord, for the blessings, just the blessings,
Mm.
all the good ideas that you're giving us. And Lord, we ask that you just continue to grow Be You Radio. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Well, I want to say this. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the Queen and her passing. She passed, and it's just she's been the Queen for over 70 years, and now her son is taking over as king. He's 73 years old, so we'll just pray for Scotland and London and all of that. The Jamaicans didn't have that much good to say, but we just pray for them.
Yes.
Yes, we just pray for them.
Yeah.
All right, so today's guest is, like I said, a newcomer to the scene. We're gonna find out a little bit more about her in just a minute. Her name is, I'm gonna say Sharice Swan. We'll get that straightened out, aka Reese Swan, and aka Swan in flight. So we got all of that. So put your hands together, y'all. Let's give it up for Miss Swan. That's what I'm gonna call her for now.
Welcome.
Yes. So we welcome you to the show. I mean, Nikki, it was really, I'm always looking for new guests, and she just popped up one day, and I was like, okay, and she sings. We don't know about her.
Okay, right.
So
That
I
part.
called Nikki. Nikki didn't know about you. I was like, oh no, we got to bring her on
Absolutely.
God
because
bless y'all. I was
yes.
wondering how you even, because I'm like so low down on the radar right now. I didn't even know. I've only done really 2 major shows out here since October of 2020.
Mhm.
So this is a blessing. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, you're welcome.
More than welcome. Thank you
Oh, yeah.
for joining us tonight. this evening.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
We
having
we we appreciate that. So first of all, let's talk about this name because
Okay.
I got
Talk about this thing.
yeah. Let's talk. Let's get that straight first because you
Okay.
you got some aliases
Let me-
here.
Let
So
me try to explain.
okay, yeah, please do.
150 years ago, because I'm a vampire. But
Oh
when
God,
I,
Nikki.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
I was gonna move seats.
Y'all
Yes.
don't get the blessed oil out, and don't tell my mama I said that. Oh my God, we the D. She gonna have to fit. We talked about that earlier. Anyway, long time ago.
Yeah.
My brother and I, Brian G. Soul Garrett, had a band called Laid Back, and we, my last name at the time was Reese Davidson. It was Sharice
Mhm.
Davidson. So they called me Reese B. He was Brian G. that was our thing. So I was Reese D forever in the '90s, all the way
Mm-hmm.
through, and then when my dad passed away in
Mm-hmm.
2004, and I had been in a couple of other bands since then, but when my father passed away in 2004,
Mm-hmm.
I started using Swan as my stage name, and somebody was like, "Yeah, just Swan. Don't put the Sharice on there or whatever. Just leave it
Mm-hmm.
Swan." And I was gonna actually go back to my original last name of Swan because it's a long story, but my stepdad adopted me and my sister when we were little. And I didn't know this, but it's a real adoption. They destroy birth records, all the whole
Mm-hmm.
nine yards. So when
Mm-hmm.
you go to get a divorce or you want to go back to the name you were actually born, it's
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot of red tape. It's
Mm-hmm.
court costs and the whole nine yards.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know. I thought the stepdaddy just came in and you were his kid for a while. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I'm
so
listening.
right, so that was how so when that happened, it was going to cost all this money to go back to Swan and all this stuff. So that's why I just took Swan as my stage name. And then just recently, a really good friend of mine, actually it was Sky Diva, between Sky Diva and Ziola Gay, they both thought that Swan Sharice was an excellent stage name to
Mm-hmm.
just, it was more mature, it was sexy and pretty, and
Mm-hmm.
just go with that. And so I was feeling nostalgic when we were doing the Prince tribute back on June 25th, and that was
Mm-hmm.
when I changed it on Facebook to Reese Swan. That's why you got all these different names.
Wow.
So
I said, I don't know what to call
somebody
this
was like,
woman.
I'm over her. Just call her girl. We sick of her. So that was how. So now it's finished. It's Swan Sharice. We're gonna go with that. You can call me Swan. You know what I mean?
I like Swan.
Uh,
Swan is nice. It's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, I like Swan.
Thank you, thank you. I got a couple of people that are real funny, and they call me Duck, and that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a cute duck though.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we got that out of the way.
Right.
So now we know to call her Swan, Nikki.
Right.
Okay.
It's Swan.
Yeah, yeah. So now, Swan, you were from St. Louis.
Yes,
Yeah, and you moved to Vegas a couple of years ago. In fact, next month it'll be 2 years.
it'll be 2 years in November.
Oh,
Actually.
okay. Well,
In November.
'Cause we drove all day Halloween. I literally got off stage and I was ready to get in the truck and just drive here. But that was on the 30th of October. But my daughter was like, "No, mom, we have to sleep."
Right.
Because I was ready. Truck was packed. The car was hitched up to the back of the truck. I was ready, and
Mm-hmm.
they were like, "No." So we drove all day Halloween, and we got here November 1st.
Hmm.
And
Oh, okay.
they dumped me off at my condo, and they left and went back home.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna get you to look right into that camera there so people can see how gorgeous you are.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So
Right.
so why the change though? What made you want to make that move?
Well, a few things. Uh, I was sick of being cold, and I was tired of getting flat tires from the broken streets and highways,
Yeah.
tearing up my front end and back end and side. And so, and then I wanted to do something else musically. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do,
Right.
Mhm.
but in May of 2020, the job that I loved, my career job, Lindenwood University, I loved it. I loved what I did there, but they were losing money left and right because of COVID. And in May of 2020, they laid me and about 80 other people off.
Yeah.
And it took them so long to give me my unemployment. It
Mhm.
wound up being $11,000 by the time they gave it to me.
Wow.
So I mean, it was like, well, okay. I mean, so I packed up everything. I called Brian. Actually, I called Kim Gay, Marvin Gaye's niece, and I was like,
Mhm.
hey, I'm I'm either going to Houston with my cousin, or I'm gonna
Mhm.
come out there with you guys. And Brian was in the background. No, she coming out here. So
Mhm.
so she found me. We looked up apartments and the whole nine yards,
Mhm.
and I bit by bit, I started packing and getting ready, and I came out here. And actually, I thought that I was just gonna transition. I was like, I was working every single weekend in St. Louis. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I was on, tons of stages working with Gene Jackson and Power Play. And
Mm-hmm.
then I got here, and the governor, like 10 days after I got here, the governor shut everything back
Shut
down again.
everything down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
because we were actually had a rehearsal going and everything, we were
Mm-hmm.
about to do, this stuff, and everything shut down. And so from
Mm-hmm.
there, it was more about, basically just building a home foundation, making sure I had a day job so that I could keep the roof that I did have over my
Mm-hmm.
head,
Right.
make sure
Mm-hmm.
my car note was paid, all of that.
Yeah. Now
So
you do have a day job. Exactly what is that? What do you do?
I do now. I work for Horizon Ridge Wellness Center,
Uh-huh.
and what we basically it's mental health and substance abuse counseling and
Yeah.
therapy.
Hold on. I think that was a sponsor. Did you guys recently sponsor a show for Abana Christie?
They might have. I need to ask because I literally just started at the end of August.
Oh,
Because
okay. No,
before
this would have been in May.
he might have because he had a big gala not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And before I was with Horizon Ridge, I
Mm-hmm.
was with Intertribal Council. I was a case manager there, and
Mm-hmm.
so he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I jumped ship and came over here. Came over here
Okay.
with Horizon Ridge, and I love it. I mean, what we do in the community is really really awesome. They do have a lot of. He does a lot of. He has a black and gold gala that he does.
Mm-hmm.
He has Mama Gloria's food pantry, and that's every third Friday. They've got to skip, unfortunately, this coming Friday because they're still looking for what's it called um, donations.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So because they ran out of food, so if anybody wants to donate, they can get in touch with me, and I can put you in touch so that you can make donations to the food pantry because he had a long line last time
Mm-hmm.
and had to turn people away. So you
Wow.
know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were in St. Louis, were you um working as well? And did you have a day job as
I
well?
did.
Okay.
I worked
Okay, so
for.
you're like me. You've been working both
Oh
sides.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh
just to
yes.
make
Oh yes.
yeah, because the entertainment industry doesn't always pay a lot of money at first,
No.
Right.
but you have to stick to it.
Yeah. At one time, uh, I want to say 2011, well, 2012, 2013,
Hmm.
I actually only had the music and it was paying my rent. But, the economy and all this kind of, clubs were closed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wound up going back to, I had to go back to a day job. But
Yeah.
yeah, I worked for Lindenwood University as well as the gigs that we did, and
Hmm.
shout out to Gene Jackson Power Play Band. I mean, he put me on some of the biggest stages I had ever been on
Hmm.
in St. Louis. I mean, I had my own band. I worked with Love Jones the band. I was with Foundation Band and Laid Back, all these great bands.
Hmm.
But the success I had with Gene, as far as like playing on huge stages and tons of weddings, and the money was really it was really nice.
Yeah,
You
so
know
you
what I
were
mean?
affiliated with quite a few bands. Power Play, the Foundation
That's right.
Band,
Those are my brothers.
um Swan and the Fury,
Yeah.
In Flight Band and Love Jones.
I love John.
Yeah, I mean, like you had so many. Are you currently working with any of those musicians now?
I am. I'm not where. The only one is my brother Brian, and we've got some stuff coming up down the road this fall. We've got some really nice projects that are happening. I just did the Prince tribute with him, where I did a solo Sheila E's glamorous life,
Mm-hmm.
and then we I did his background along with Wendell
Mm-hmm.
and Queen Aries. She was on background with me, and she
Mm-hmm.
did two phenomenal solos with Brian on that show.
Mm-hmm.
That was June 25th. We just did that.
Y'all just did that. And where'd you do that?
That was at BBB.
Okay.
We had a ball. We had a really good time. Some
Yes.
phenomenal musicians on that gig. I
Mm.
mean, um, straight A list.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, so you were also the lead singer of Wild Child Band?
Wild Child. That was the last. That was my last solo project that I had from that was just me. I did that on the side of working with Power Play,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a couple of private gigs and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But
Mm-hmm.
that was the last hoorah. That was
That was the last when.
that was just before the pandemic hit, and so
Okay,
when
in
that
St.
happened,
Louis.
yeah, that was insane. All of that was insane.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so you guys did the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah,
So
because I love that. I love all and the pop, the 60s, 70s pop. I love all of that. The
yeah.
To serve with love and pretty songs like
Yeah, it
that.
looks like y'all had a variety. Pop,
Yeah, one was.
yeah, funk and R&B, all of that.
Nice.
That
Yeah,
was
that's nice,
that was
huh?
the Fury. The Fury was the
Yes.
funk. That was my funk band. I love
Okay, okay, that was the Fury.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've been in so many bands.
I
That's
know.
that's absolutely marvelous, though.
Mm-hmm.
So what is a I'm always learning stuff from musicians. We always get something new. What is a cover tune?
Cover tunes are that's basically what local cover bands do. We basically cover all of the music that's on the radio. And
Gotcha.
and there's a difference between a cover artist, of course, and an original artist. And what I do love about, or did love, or still love about Laid Back, and when I work with Brian, we do original music as well. So the next project that we've got coming up
Mm-hmm.
later on this fall, it's gonna have original music in it, as
Mm-hmm.
well as what we're gonna be doing. So
Mm-hmm.
but that's what it is. A cover, that means you just cover, and you just kind of you try to make it your own. um but what I have noticed out here more, because it's Vegas, because it's a tribute type of town.
Mhm.
You really want to stay as authentic and close to those studio tracks that you as you can,
Mm-hmm.
because the people that are coming out here, the tourists that are coming out, they they basically they're coming to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and of course you're gonna put your own signature hits and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, and flash in there,
Mm-hmm.
but they really want that music to sound like the record.
Pretty similar,
These are
huh?
these are their song. These are songs that they grew up with or they love, or even if you're doing the top 40 stuff, either
Mhm.
R&B or pop, they
Mhm.
love that stuff, and they want it. They want it as authentic as you can get it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mhm.
If not, you got to put your own stamp on it, and you got to kill it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's basically how it's got to go.
So would you say that's one of the major differences on the music scene here? Out here, you need to be pretty on point, but in St. Louis, you were able to do a variety of things.
No, I think that I think well, it's funny. St. Louis has so much talent. We've talked about even trying to make a bridge and bring people over
That'd be
from
great.
St. Louis.
That'd be great.
Right.
Every couple of months or so,
Mm-hmm.
just so they could get out here and showcase what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you do. I mean, now don't get it wrong. You do still have to be on point. It's Vegas. You still got to be on point. You still
Mhm.
got to know,
Right.
what you're doing. But I think that out here you have a better platform to do your original music out here
Mm.
than you do in St. Louis.
That's the
I
difference.
love St. Louis. I mean, that's home. It's always gonna be home. But one thing about it, the cover material, the cover bands, the local, that's what paid the bills. If you were a musician,
Mm-hmm.
that's what paid the bills. It was very, very difficult to get people, I found anyway, it was very challenging to get people to warm up to your own original material. If it wasn't already playing on the radio,
Yeah.
they just weren't really interested, unless you were somebody like Eric Roberson, or you know what I mean,
Mhm.
somebody that had basically made it as an indie artist.
Mhm.
It just wasn't easy to get them on board with your original material. So
Mhm.
again, with Laid Back, one thing I loved about it was the 90s. It was a crazy time, but
Mhm.
we slipped our original material in there.
Mhm.
And again, I apologize. I don't have any of it with me.
Yeah.
Because uh, Brian cringes every time I mention "Running Back to Love," but that was my baby because I wrote most of the lyrics and the hook for it. But that was one of the songs we played a lot. There is a live version out there somewhere of
Mhm.
us doing it at a club. But
Mhm.
but that was one of the songs we did. It was in our it was in our lineup. We did. It was an original song we wrote.
Mhm.
So
So you keep talking about Brian. You
I
got
just
me
because that's my
curious.
baby
Oh,
brother.
okay. So talk
So
about
I
Brian
talk
for a
about him
second.
all the time.
Yeah. So he's a musician, I assume.
He's everything. Yeah, he's everything. His head won't fit in this room, but yes,
Okay.
Brian G. Soul is he's been out here a few years. He's got tons of material, but he would not release it to me for y'all. So you've got to, if you want to, you could just go on YouTube and pull up
Mhm.
Brian G. Soul Garrett, and he's got a ton of songs. One of my favorites is called Ebony. And
Mhm.
again, I keep on.
What kind of music is it? R and B,
He does,
jazz?
yes, he does R&B. He does R&B and neo soul. And
Mhm.
so Brian and I, we came up together, and then he moved. Well, we split off. He did his own thing in St. Louis, and I did my own thing. And then eventually, he wound up moving out here. And so he
Mhm.
was out here these last 7, 8 years, and then he kept bugging me to come out here. And so finally, I'm here. So brother sister, we back together again. We getting ready to tear up some stuff. But
Okay.
but that's why I talk about him all
You
the
can say
time because
okay.
he's one of my producers. Actually, he's one of my
Yeah.
producers. Wild Man Rainer is also one of my producers.
Is Brian playing anywhere? Have you heard of him,
Brian,
Nikki?
the last
No.
one, well, he has actually a lot of stuff went down. Like I said, the COVID thing,
Mhm.
and so he's just now kind of getting back out there. But Brian
Mhm.
he's played, he's done a lot of different stuff, and he's played in a few of the casinos out here.
Oh, okay.
We both played at Wasa's, at Bear Bob Stage
Mhm.
over in Town Square. We both played there before.
Okay.
We
I've
both
heard
had
of
shows
that. I
there.
think
And but he's got a lot of stuff. And if you've ever gone to any of Ziola Gay's events, like her toy drive or her birthday parties for Marvin,
Mm.
Mhm.
Brian
Yeah.
has always performed there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never been to. I saw her. I met her. We were backstage at a concert at New
She
Orleans.
is the sweetest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
I've
me
seen
some
her
Yeah.
with
yeah.
some beautiful people,
Yeah.
She
and they
is.
love her.
I
I've
mean,
never
Mhm.
heard anything negative about her at
I
all.
can't get enough
Yeah.
of her. She's just the best.
Well, I
The
actually
best.
didn't know who she was. I'd seen her before, and
Mm,
I noticed everybody was running up to. I
Mhm.
say this lady is somebody in the
Mhm.
music business.
Mhm.
yes,
But I actually
ma'am.
got a chance to meet her when we were backstage at Tony Riley
Hmm.
concert.
Yep, she Teddy.
Teddy Riley.
Yep, she is phenomenal. I mean, the most beautiful person.
Yeah,
Yep.
and once they told me that, I looked at her. I said, "Yeah, she looks like Marvin Gaye."
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You know, she's close friends with your friend Keith Washington.
Hey,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that's my
um,
Keithy.
I remember Keith having on a picture with her,
Mm-hmm. He
Hmm.
got tons.
with
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Keith and I talk a lot. Keith has been like a really big help. He's like giving me like tons of pointers. Him and Brian are also really close,
Hmm.
and they've done shows together as
Right.
well, here and in St. Louis. So they, yeah, Keith is another one that
Oh yeah,
we're all in.
that's my boy too.
That's
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So
that's
Keith, he is
that's
that's
my
Nikki's
hilarious.
that's my
baby.
boy too. You know, I don't care where we are. Like I can be anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And he will know exactly who I am.
he
He
sure
come up to
will.
me. He speak as if he was a homeboy. You
Yep,
know,
that's
like I
yeah,
that's
grew up
Keith.
with him.
That
So
is Keith.
him and his cousin.
Yep,
yeah, yeah.
yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one thing I like about him. He stays in touch
Yes,
Yes.
with
he
his
does.
fans.
He
Yes,
does.
he does.
Yeah, those lives and everything that he does, all of that
Hmm.
stuff is important.
Yes.
I mean, Keith Washington was one of my favorite artists back in the
Yes,
day.
indeed.
Oh my God, I
Yes,
loved him.
and
He's
he
so
don't look
sweet.
like he
He
changed,
hasn't.
aged a
He hasn't.
bit.
Yeah, you talk about vampires. Listen,
Oh.
we were out to dinner one night, and he called Shantae Moore on the phone and asked her to talk to say hi to me. I this is when I first moved out here. I almost fell off my seat. Oh my God, I was over the moon. And she's sweet
Yes.
too. She was so nice.
Well,
Okay.
Shantae Moore is one of your influences,
That she
along with
sure is.
Erica
That's what. Yep,
Baidu and
her
Okay.
too.
Tina Marie, Lauren
Mm-hmm.
Hill,
Yep,
Shaka
that's who
Khan,
I came up with.
Angie Stone,
Yeah.
Alicia Keys. But what threw me was Amy
That's
Winehouse.
my listen.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. When Amy passed away,
Yeah.
people were calling me to check on me, like she was a
Really?
family member. They knew. They knew I was not okay
Okay.
because I felt like I could have. If I could have just talked to her, she'd still be here. I mean, I
Yeah.
loved her so much, and I loved, the fact that, in fact, she's got a birthday coming up. She's got the same birthday as my granddaughter. But she didn't even want the fame. She just wanted
She
to
was
do music.
troubled. She
Mhm.
was
She
very
was, and
troubled.
she even said a few times, like, "Look, I don't even care about all of it. I just want to play my music in front of. I'm good." Like,
Yeah.
but it was just too much for her, and
And
then
she OD'd or
she
what
did. She
happened?
did OD. Well, she alcohol poisoning actually.
Oh, okay.
And so she just didn't wake back up again. 27 years old, a baby. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I
but
mean,
yes,
she
but
was.
I
People
love
got on her nerves.
man.
Yeah,
They
You know,
did.
she said
They
they
did.
tried to make me go to rehab,
Right.
and I said no, no, no.
That's right though,
Yeah.
Nick.
Said,
You
Nikki,
right, Nick.
she wasn't going.
They got
She
on her
said, I don't
nerves.
know what it is, but it don't come in a shot glass. I ain't
Right.
messing with
Y'all
it.
leave
That's
me
what she said.
alone. Just let me be.
Yeah.
That's what she
And
said.
that's
She
all.
said it in the
That's all
song.
she
Yeah, she's
She said, hey, she said a lot of stuff. If you listen to some of her
Sure.
stuff, she thumbs her nose at like the Gold Diggers on
Mhm.
a song called F Me Pumps. That's
Mhm.
hilarious. I mean, the
Right.
way her brain worked, she's an incredible writer. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
She
But
just
yeah,
wanted to do
Amy,
her.
that's
You know.
that's my girl.
Yeah, Amy Winehouse. I was like, all this soul, and then she pops in with Amy.
I mean, y'all sleeping on Amy.
Right.
Y'all
For
Yeah.
sleeping
real.
on my girl.
Yeah, I guess we did, but
Yeah. I
She
did not.
did.
I
She
love
did a
Amy
lot
too.
of
I
work with
she was.
you
Nas.
liked her?
Yeah, she was my
She did
favorite. I
a
didn't care
lot of
what
work
they
with
said. She was
Nas.
one of my favorites
Yes.
because she had a lot of. She just had it.
I
You
think
know,
it was
to
something
me.
going on with her and Nas. Matter of fact, I
All
think
right,
it
well,
was.
then
I
can't
think
put nothing past
they
it.
were a little close.
Yeah.
I could be
Really?
wrong, but,
We'll never know.
we won't.
Yeah,
He won't
yeah,
tell us.
Mm-mm.
yeah. So now, okay, so those were some of your influences, but so what's your plan, Reese, to make yourself known in Las Vegas? How do you do it when you come from St. Louis, from being extremely busy and all these different bands, and then you come here, the city shuts down.
You talk about total devastation, and I was, and then I got sucked into the matrix where I had to worry about the day job and and basically keeping the roof over my head. So
Mm-hmm.
and then gained a ton of weight. So I had a personal trainer back in St. Louis. I mean, so it was like a lot of stuff all happened at once, and then I kept wanting to do something, and then the gig with Wassa at Baobab Stage fell in my lap because
Mm-hmm.
Ryan was actually supposed to do it, but he was recovering from COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and he put me up to it, and
Mm-hmm.
and we were there for about a month, and
Mm-hmm.
then that kind of like fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I was just trying to basically get back into the balance of working a
Mm-hmm.
day job, and and trying to do music. But the
Mhm.
thing is, out here, I don't know anybody. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I really wasn't that plugged in.
Mhm.
And even if when I tried, to get plugged in, again, the day job just kept so many things happening where that had to come first.
Mhm.
I had to try to keep that 1st.
Mhm.
And so I really felt stuck. I really
Yeah.
felt stuck. But lately, over the last, I want to say 5-6 months,
Mhm.
I've met again more incredible musicians through Kiss Kiss. I met
Kiss Kiss.
so many.
Okay,
That's
Kiss Kiss.
that's my
Kiss
other.
Kiss is the
That's
plug.
what she
Okay.
is the truth. Let me
Mhm.
tell you. I mean, gorgeous inside and out. I mean,
Shout out to Kiss
genuine.
Kiss,
Yes,
y'all.
indeed.
Shout out to
Kiss
Kiss
She
Kiss.
is the
Kiss.
plug.
That's my, that's
Yeah.
my other, I mean, so she's again, put the word out whenever she could,
Yeah.
and from the musicians that the main musician, let me say this, shout out to DJ Collier, from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
He's Sky D Miles' MD.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is like, oh my God, over the top, A-list. So he took time out, like he was overseas on the
Mhm.
road with Enrique Iglesias, and when I would text him, he would send me musicians. He would like, here. I mean,
Mhm.
like off of Rolodex, I mean,
Mhm.
here. And I met, that's how I met the people that I met so far. And
Mhm.
again, the only thing though, it's a faster pace out here. It's
Mm.
in St. Louis. When you have a band, you've got to keep them working. You got to keep them working.
Mhm. Mhm.
So because if you don't, again, most of these people, male and female, if they're musicians, this is their only job. They don't really have day jobs, which is awesome if you could do that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So you got to keep them working.
Mhm.
It's even more fast paced out here. You have to
Mhm.
keep these musicians working. You've got to keep them working because, you start to plan and put projects together,
Mhm.
and you've got to get used to, like, if somebody can't do it, you got to get a sub. You got to get another A-list sub,
Mhm.
because
Right.
you want A-list. You want
Yeah.
the music to sound, phenomenal and great.
Mhm.
So you gotta, but you've got to make sure you've got all of your ducks in a row. Make sure you have the venue and the event. You know what I mean? And then
Mhm.
do these rehearsals and get it done, because, if you don't, they start to pick up jobs. They'll be gone.
Mhm.
They won't be
That's
here.
true.
So and I mean, and again, you want the best. You
Mhm.
don't want D-list. I mean,
Right.
you don't.
Right.
You want
don't want
you
people
want
who ain't
top
playing.
notch. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a lot of
you
good musicians out here.
it's
Yeah.
a ton of them.
Yeah, and
I
we
mean?
we were interviewing this guy. What's his name? Ken Young.
Kenya.
Woo!
Mhm.
Ken
He
Young.
another one.
Yes.
That's my boy.
He
And
another
Ken was telling us about how there's been a shift in musicians and how they deliver now.
Yeah.
Right.
They break all the rules, but it comes out sounding really, really good.
Yes.
They do break all the rules. The younger ones.
Yeah, the younger ones
they
we were
do.
talking
They
about.
break all the rules, but it still turns out. So you sweating bullets.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, they won't do what I told them.
Yeah.
Mhm, uh-huh,
But you know what I
uh-huh.
mean?
That's
But
the same thing
That's what he
But
said.
at the end of the night, the crowd is going berserk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A couple of times I've been on stage, in the middle of something, and I really want to. I feel like Chris Tucker, like, which one of y'all hit me? Like,
Right.
what was that? Because they throw in these hits that are magnificent, and I mean,
Yeah.
you like, what happened?
Yeah,
So,
he was telling
that's
us
right.
about that. We talked about that for a minute.
Yeah.
And he tried to resist it at first, and finally he said, y'all just do it.
Hey.
Just do whatever.
But
Yeah,
that's
just do
what I
whatever.
keep saying, like, just relax, let them. I know it's not going. It doesn't look
Right.
right, but it probably don't sound right now. But just let them do what they got to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're so old school in that I need the drummer to be pocket. I need that foot. I need that strong foot. I need
Yeah.
the drummer to be in the pocket. And like I said, because it's cover tunes, you try to want to get it as authentic as you can.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But of course, I mean, it's also live, so you can't. Some grooves you're not going to be able to do
Right.
just like the record.
Right.
You're gonna have to speed it up,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's again, hello, it's Vegas. I don't care if it's a podunk hole in the wall,
Mhm.
cigar club. You're gonna have to still make it spectacular.
Yeah.
Or they just won't.
Well,
be
we expect that out here. That's what we
Exactly.
expect.
That's what they
Exactly.
Yeah, we expect
I
that,
mean-
because we're so used to listening to quality.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if
That's
it's
what I was
not,
told.
we gonna know it. The audience goes,
Absolutely.
and that's
Yeah.
rare because in most places you could just play whatever. But you talk about L.A. and Las Vegas,
Right.
and,
And to get me up, to
Yeah.
get me and the steptoes up, we actually danced for Kenya
Mhm.
every Friday at the Sugar Daddies.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then we,
that's where I
we
see
rolled
you.
and then we
Yeah.
rolled over to another place. But like I said, the band was on point to
Yeah.
Yeah.
us because they
sound
did
amazing.
well. But Ken said, hey, they listen.
That ain't what I told him.
That ain't
though.
what I
That's
said.
not what I told him.
Play the song the way I told you to
I
play
told them
it.
play it how I told you, but they just won't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, well, I'm like, to take the
Yeah.
pressure off of you. Like I said, you sweating bullets, but if at the end of the night they going crazy, they
Yeah.
and so they make it work. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Absolutely. So now we don't have any of your original music, but I do have to play some music
Okay.
tonight. So this guy Chaz Ford, the name of his company is Music from Puzzle Piece Music.
Okay.
And this guy's, my email is flooded with his music. So from different artists. So here's what I said: I'll
Okay.
play it when I don't have any music.
Okay.
Okay.
So I want to start out with Rollin' Rock. The name of this artist is Melanie, and she's from Chaz Ford Puzzle Piece Music. So we're gonna get ready to play that. But when we come back, we're gonna hear our sister sing something a
yes,
cappella.
yes. I was hoping. I was
Yeah.
hoping.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Yes. Just a little razzle dazzle. Just a
I
little bit.
mean,
Yeah.
just 2 bars, 2 or 3
we want
bars
some
or
chill.
something.
Give us a little chill. Just a couple of
Yeah.
them. Just a couple of bumps.
So
Couple of bumps.
we're gonna let you get some water,
Okay.
get yourself together,
Bring the lemons.
and
Yes, I was gonna say. I think I have some.
and we gonna go ahead and get into Melanie's song. Let's do it.
Okay.
Rollin' Rock. This is what's up.
It's a Friday night, and the mood is right. Mr. DJ, play a song for me. You know the one I like. I'm headed to the dance floor. That's when you make your move. Grab my hand and you pull me close. I wanna dance on you. I wanna dip. I wanna drop. I wanna roll. I wanna rock. You make me wanna dip and drop. I wanna roll. I wanna rock. Sugar, you look so fine, and I got it on my mind. 'Cause by the way that you're grinding on me, it's about that time. You said you wanted me, and that you need my embrace. Now I'm shaking in my boots, baby, just to give you a taste. I wanna dip, I wanna drop, I wanna roll, I wanna rock. You make me wanna dip and drop. I wanna roll, I wanna rock. Dip it, baby, drop it, baby, roll it, baby, rock it, baby, dip it. Drop it, babe. Roll it, babe. Rock it, baby. From the moment I laid eyes on you, I had to make my move. You put a little pep in my step, babe. You made me catch my groove. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady, baby. Roll with me, baby. Roll with me, baby. Drop it, dip, dip. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady, baby. Dear baby. Dear baby. Drop it, baby. Drop it, baby. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady, baby. Dear and try. I wanna roll, I wanna ride. You make me wanna dip and try. I wanna roll, I wanna ride. Rock steady, baby. Rock steady, baby. Roll with me, baby. Roll with me, baby. Roll with me, baby. Roll with me, baby.
Yeah. Rock steady,
Very
baby.
nice.
See, you know what? I miss that kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's one thing I can say though. We can hear this kind of music when we go out to the R&B clubs.
Mm-hmm.
You know the you know with the bands.
Absolutely.
Nikki turned me on to that because I was
Mhm.
like, where is our R&B going?
Right.
Well, it's on these stages around in these casinos and places
Mhm.
that you know these people are playing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So all right. So we're back with our girl Reese. Or okay, Swan.
Okay.
We're back with Miss Swan
Mm-hmm.
doing her thing out of St. Louis, y'all. She moved here a couple of years ago. She's trying to maneuver her way on this R&B queen scene out here, and
Ooh, 'cause
think.
we got some. I mean,
Oh,
y'all
oh,
got
oh,
some
we got-
fire up out here.
Oh,
in
we
the
got
Yeah.
some. We've interviewed just about every one of
Uh-huh.
them, right, Nikki?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Just about
Yes.
every
Y'all
one
got
of them.
platinum and diamonds out here.
Oh,
Everybody is connected somehow.
yes,
Nice.
yes. So trust me, we got some ideas that we're kicking around that we're gonna make happen.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and it
yes.
involves the R&B queens of Las Vegas. So,
Absolutely.
so it's definitely
That's
going
gonna be a
on.
beauty right there.
Yes, yeah, okay, for sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So now your father was a big inspiration in your life as well, because you used to go through his old record collection,
Yes.
and also you mentioned Hollywood musicals.
Yes.
Have
Yes,
have
there
you
was
done
a-
any musicals?
I have.
Oh, good.
There was another time in my life. There was another life
Mhm.
where I did nothing but.
Well, how many lives you
I've
got?
been
sis?
girl.
She
I just
said she's
told you I
vampire.
was 150. I
She sure did,
She
Nikki.
said she was a vampire.
She opened with that, didn't she?
She said it first.
Yes.
But anyway,
In the
yeah,
other life.
we in the
Yes.
other life
Mhm.
we did. It was two production companies I worked for. One was Pomoja Theater Workshop. The other one was Middle Passage Productions,
Mhm.
and both of them I did plays with them, and they were musicals. They were one was called Didn't It Rain. It was like a R&B story of Noah and the
Mhm.
Ark. So it's like a
Mhm.
black version of Noah and the Ark.
Mhm.
Set the music. I played God. I came down as a woman. I had on black leather skirt,
Uh-oh.
swing coat,
Uh-oh.
Come on now.
high heels. I
They
was
wasn't ready for
right. Shades. They wasn't ready.
you. Okay.
They wasn't ready.
I hear
And then there was my favorite, which was, well, they both were, but Testify, which was the story of basically gospel music. It was the story of Thomas Dorsey,
you. Mhm.
and how gospel music started and everything. And so we did those productions, and then there was like a lot of little side productions we did with music with those two companies. So we were always, doing stuff.
So which arena do you like best? Live bands or musicals?
I like the bands better. Let
Like
me tell
the
you,
bands. I
musicals-
love live bands.
I agree.
musicals and acting. And the reason why I got out of it and stopped was because it's just so much easier to show up with like a microphone and just get on the stage and dance.
And sing your
Yes.
heart
So
out.
you could do
Yeah.
you still kind of emoting and you
Mhm.
moving around,
Mhm.
but with plays and there's staging and blocking, and it's a headache. And then if you're also in the chorus, then you got all these dance steps you gotta learn.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I tried out God bless her. I love her so much.
Yeah.
Tanja Jones, thank you. Shout out. I tried out for her Motown show, and I know she giggled herself to sleep when she. But I mean, I was, and honestly, I don't know why I wasn't picked. I kind of feel like it was my dance steps,
Yeah.
but I think it was two that at the time, like I said, that's why another reason why I left the job I had. It was just starting to get more and more demanding at Intertribal, and I loved them. I loved my clients, but it was becoming more of, I was getting ready to really be sucked into that, and that's not what I came out here for.
Right.
And working for Bruce Eddins, who is the director and CEO of Horizon, I mean, he's like opened up, so much for me as far as music. I mean, I'm still able to work for him, Monday through Thursday, and get the job done, and then I'm off the weekend, and I can do the music that I want. And he's behind me 100% with it as well. So so we'll be hopefully doing a lot of galas for him as
Oh,
well.
good. We'd love to meet him and interview him too.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's got his foot in both
Really-
places
he's
here,
doing
entertainment
so- yeah.
and
He
social
is.
services.
And I think he's got some projects going on because he does act. He actually does act. So he's got some stuff that he's about to start doing as well. So
Good,
yeah.
good. So let him know we say hey.
I
Hey.
sure will. I'm sure let him know.
Yeah. So now you're gonna get into some acapella stuff for us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get my voice ready for you.
Hey,
y-
can you work?
I can't do none of that.
Oh,
I'm just getting it ready for you.
wow.
Yeah. So this is
Thanks
what your brother was
so
talking
much.
about, Brian. He didn't want you to come on
Ah.
because you didn't have music. But the thing is, you got to get known somehow.
Exactly.
No, but not acapella lead. Is
Okay.
that a word?
All right.
I don't know.
I
Can-
don't know.
Just a little, just like a sentence.
I mean, can you
Okay.
do a bar?
Yeah,
Let
bar.
me see.
Two
Let me
bars?
Is
I
that what it's
usually-
bars?
I like to stand
Yeah.
up because I'm chubby and we like to
Uh-oh.
stand up.
That's all right.
I'm gonna try to do this.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let me
Go ahead.
Let me think of what I can do. Okay,
Come
here we
on.
go.
Let's go, girl.
Oh my God.
You got it.
Okay. My eyes are green 'cause I eat a lot of vegetables.
Mhm.
It don't have nothing to do with your new friend.
Come on.
Go ahead on, girl.
My eyes are green
Mm,
'cause I eat a lot of vegetables.
come on.
It don't have nothing to do with your new friend.
Come on through
All
there,
right,
then.
sis.
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I swear I'm too through with you. I am. You don't mean nothing
Come
to
on.
me. So go ahead and be with your friend. My eyes are green.
Come on, Swan.
'Cause I eat a lot of vegetables.
Mm.
It don't have nothing to do with your new
Okay.
friend. That's all I got. Y'all funny.
You go ahead on, girl.
Come on through.
You on
Come
the scene
through.
now. You on the scene.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all just hear that?
You done did your thing on
I
New
got
Music
chills
Monday.
all up and down. I feel like I had a chicken pot. I feel like I had a chicken pot.
I got a little something in my purse for y'all when you leave.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I got a dollar for each of y'all.
Okay. Well, that was jazz. That
Do that
was jazz you was singing.
That was
Cause she
Erykah
eat her
Badu.
vegetables.
That was-
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't jealous of you. My eyes green because I eat vegetables. I don't care about you and that little ugly
Come
girl.
on. Come
I don't
on.
care about y'all.
Come on.
Hey, that
She
was-
saying that song, baby.
That was magnificent.
She sang that song. Okay?
I mean, hey.
I feel like my eyes is green because and I'm gonna start eating my vegetables. I mean, the
Y'all are-
it was soft. It was right. It was right. It was right.
That's
I
all.
feel like my eyes. I'm gonna go get some green contacts, and I'm gonna eat my vegetables. I'm gonna eat them from now on. Thank you, Swan. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I really do. Ooh, that gave me chills. Right
Swan
there.
niggas are nuts, so you got.
Oh my
you just
goodness.
See, now I'm going. I can do one more.
Come on, girl.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's
okay.
Y'all for real?
go. We see.
Okay, we got
Let's
like
go.
a minute. So
Okay.
go,
Okay, do it.
so go ahead and do something.
Okay, go.
I know that when you look at me, there's so much that you just don't see. But if you would only take the time, I know in my heart you'd find. Okay, that's all.
Go ahead
Yes.
on,
That's. I
girl.
know what song she was about to sing.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's all.
Swan in the building.
Period.
Swan is in the
Love
building.
y'all.
Stop
She doing her
playing.
thing here on New Music Mondays, y'all. We talking about Swan, a newcomer.
Yes.
Told you we had a
Yes.
newcomer in the building.
Woo.
That's right. She's out of St. Louis. She's here now in Las Vegas.
Yes.
She's looking to step on step on the scene. Shout out to Kiss Kiss
Yes.
for all the things that you've done for her, and I'm sure Kiss is she's gonna hear this at some point.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the gay family, I mean, they really did. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna let y'all go. The gay family, Ziola Gay, Kim Gay, Nikki, they
Shout out to all of them.
Everybody.
Man, they all pull me. It's amazing. It's just phenomenal that I'm with Marvin Gaye's family, and they really pull me in like a real
and
family
treat you as
member.
family, huh?
I
Yeah.
mean, from that first Thanksgiving on, I mean, they really
Nice.
did.
That's awesome.
Blessings
That's
to
awesome.
you. Blessings to
A shout
them.
out, yeah, shout out to the Gay
Yes.
family. We appreciate
Thank you.
y'all.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. So tell people how they can find you. We got to wrap it up.
You can find me at www.swaninflight.com. That's that. But I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook as Swan Sharice,
Okay.
and then Instagram is Zilla underscore diamonds with a Z. And yeah, and that's
Yeah.
where you can find.
Okay.
Cool. Plus, y'all can
Alright.
come to my page
Mhm.
or
And I'm on
BU
YouTube.
Radio.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you some YouTube stuff. So
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And yeah, that's how we get down. That's how
That
we
started
do
my
it.
night. I'm
Thank
ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to my girl Allie Star.
Yeah.
That's right. She's
Ali,
jamming
I'm coming
tonight.
to see you, baby.
Yes, she is on her way.
Yes.
All right, so we want to thank you once again
Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
for
This is
stopping
awesome.
by,
Thank
and
you
you
so
definitely.
much.
Hey, when Brian let that music out, make sure
Come
you
on
hit
back.
us up.
Yeah, come on back.
Come on back.
It's
Don't
on
let
the
this be the
lock
don't
and
let this
key.
be the last time.
It
Yeah.
won't. It won't.
Okay.
Y'all gotta get him on here. So
Okay.
yeah, cause he ain't gonna leave me alone till you do. So
Okay.
Okay,
y'all
all
gotta
right.
get him. Y'all gotta get him on here.
All
No
right.
problem.
He's
No problem.
hilarious. Y'all gonna love it.
All
Okay,
right.
great.
We
Great.
appreciate you.
All
We
right.
Yeah,
really do.
definitely. All right, so y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Yes, yes. Love you for free.